Good morning, my fellow Guyanese, wherever you may be. This is GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Thank you for joining us on the National Outlook. Today, elections, voting day in the United States, we come back to Guyana. COVID-19 pandemic. Most of last week, the news was encouraging. I would like to say that the news on the COVID-19 front was good, but I hold off on that momentarily. The news was encouraging, and here's why I say so. On Monday, we had 19 new cases. On Tuesday, 2. On Wednesday, 8. But on Wednesday, we also had 2 deaths. On Thursday, 13, and on Friday, 24. So if you notice here, the 2 deaths are regrettable, but they're an improvement on where we were before. Further, the cases, the new confirmed cases, it should be noticed, are below 50. On some days, they are below 25. For several days and for a period of time, we were having 70 and 60 and even 100 a couple of times, if I remember well. So to go to 2 one day and 8 and 13 and 24 and 19, those are numbers that encourage, like I said. There's another piece of good news, encouraging news from the COVID front, is that we have, as of late last week, about 4,100 confirmed cases. And our recovery rate is just above 3,000, which is good. That's a 75% recovery rate. That's 1 out of 4 persons who does not recover quickly enough, effectively enough. Or to put it positively, 3 out of 4 recover from after being infected by the virus. I think that's got to be good news. Now, I would like to point to the previous government. I'd like to point to the present government. I'm not into any business of laying blame on anybody. I think the efforts that were started before and the efforts that have continued since and enhanced since have contributed to a compression of the numbers, which certainly induces some confidence. Now, overseas, in the United States, one day last week, we had 8,000 to 9,000 cases, which staggeringly meant one new case every second of the day. One new case every second of the day. But the positive is that the medical people are saying that, look, we are responding better. We are handling this better because we know better. We know about steroids. We know what works, what doesn't work. We are drawing closer to a vaccine. And there are other non-invasive measures that we are trying to put in place. So I think those are good things that encourage us here. In another edition of last week's Kaieteur News, what I picked up was that the government is contemplating an app in the airport that allows for better tracking of our incoming passengers, incoming citizens, incoming visitors, who are going to be more and more as time passes. So I think that will help to trace, because as is well known, quite a few of our people don't give their correct addresses. So when you go there, it's either an empty lot or it's the wrong people or something of the sort. So I I'm encouraged. I think we all should be encouraged by what the numbers are saying as we speak. And I hope it hasn't taken a dip or hasn't taken a rise in the last few days. Something else that needs to be mentioned here: the vaccine is a very much talked about thing in the United States, and 58% of Americans say they'll be ready to take the vaccines, according to a USA Today poll. In that same poll, African Americans, Black Americans have said 1 out of 3, 33%, 1 out of 3 would be willing to take any COVID-19 pandemic vaccine. Now, there's legitimate fears for that because of what happened at Tuskegee way back in the 20th century, over 100 years ago, I think, and with eugenics and experimentation and syphilis and all that business. So the an association of Black physicians have come out and say, let's bring the vaccine out and let's test and verify. And when we are comfortable and confident that we can proceed and go to the next level, then let us be prepared to do that. We will say, yes, we will take the vaccine. I personally would like to have a vaccine here, and I believe that if it is here today, I'll line up to get my shot. Because in the meantime, some of the things we have, they have lots of side effects that can be extremely dangerous. So I'm glad as to where we seem to be creeping along, doing the right things, doing more and more things with our measures to confront the virus, and hopefully we'll be successful. Hopefully we'll all do the right things wisely and stay safe. Until the next time, GHK Lall on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Thank you for joining us on the National Outlook.